What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity John Dima SWV Music. So guys, I've been building a case on this channel about older women, and I'm talking about 40 and up, having no choice but to deal with younger, broker men. And guys, it's not even so much about what they look like, because for an example, we can take Kim Kardashian, 41 years old, super rich. Many of us would still consider her to be very attractive. In fact, there's not many 20-year-olds that look as good as Kim Kardashian. But who is Kim Kardashian dealing with right now? Pete Davidson. And Pete Davidson is 27. He's much less richer than her. He's, in her comparison, poor. And that's who she's dealing with right now, because Pete Davidson is pretty much a bum in comparison to Kim Kardashian. I know you don't believe me, so let's move over to Keisha Cole. Keisha Cole, relatively still attractive. And when she met Nico a few years back, she was even more attractive than she is now. Guess what? Nico was 18 years younger than her, and she had a baby by him. And guess what? Nobody of any real value wants her now. Don't believe me? Erykah Badu, 50 years old, still attractive, smoking hot, in my honest opinion. But who's she dealing with? Drum roll, please. 27-year-old Jaren Atkinson. And guys, that brings us to today's story. Thandiwe Newton, 49 years old, always been with a really nice white guy, especially for you swirlers out there. Many of you ladies out there are looking for a nice white man, or a nice man of any kind of race, but really a nice white man wouldn't hurt. And she's been married for a long time, but her husband doesn't want to deal with her and is tired of her shit. Okay, she was going to be in Magic Mike, whatever that movie's called. Got fired from that also. So she's without a job and without a husband. But drum roll, please. Have no fear. A 25-year-old Soundcloud black rapper is near. And what is this guy's name? Typing Sound Dima? I'm trying to find out this guy's name. Oh, nobody knows him. His name is Lonr. Whatever the freak that means. Maybe it's Lonr? You forgot the E? Yeah, he's not that lonely, right? Because if you look at these pictures, this lady is 49. He's 25. She's pretty much old enough to be his mother. But you know what? When all else fails and, the high value white guy is not there anymore, let me get the young guy who all he can do is booty clapping sounds. Yeah. Mama need a young black thing now. Although she ain't been checking for you black men all the time. See, and that was the same case with LaShawn. LaShawn, the rapper from Doing It Well. Yeah, she's 50 with a young white guy who probably don't have any money. What are we saying here, guys? Let's not get confused. There are some women out there who can be in the later stages of their, let's say, prime, late 30s, early 40s, and they can still hold their own in the dating market with the guys who are quote unquote high value. But what we're finding for women in the case of the entertainment world, women who are typically super rich, they've given up on that. You know why? They're not even trying to compete. That those days are over. Now what they're looking for, in my honest opinion, is a young man in his prime that they can spend money on, that they can control. So they're no longer looking to get taken care of or to be a wife to a man who is higher value. It's not that they don't want it. They just understand that they can't get it. It's going to be harder to achieve it. Even Kim Kardashian, she doesn't need the money, but it would be nice to say that, my man makes more money than me, and she can't say that, and it doesn't matter, right? But see, it's not just the outcome that's happening for these ladies. It's the outcome that's going to happen to a lot of ladies in the upper middle class and a lot of women in the elite class or women who are in the professional business class. The real honest truth, guys, is that, I talked to a lady today. She's a medical doctor. She was telling me that, she really wants to get some things set up here for herself, and she's not really concerned about marriage. She's like 27, 28. But see, here's the fundamental problem that's going on with that. Listen to what I'm saying. By the time she's 34 or 35, she's a good looking lady. It's highly unlikely that because now you want to get married, that the guy's going to be there. Because what's going to end up happening is a lot of times those guys are not looking for a woman that might be that age. If you're thinking, what some of these guys are doing now, look at Ashley Darby's husband. Okay. He doesn't want, he's the white guy. Forgot his first name. What is he looking for? Guy's like almost 70. Looking for a woman like half his age. I'm not saying that's the truth for everybody, but for a lot of guys who are doing very well, that tends to be the norm. It's just in the nature. And what happens is that if these women don't work on their social skills or work on their situation to be able to deal with men in general, what fundamentally ends up happening is that what happens with them is that they end up paying for it, but nobody says anything. Okay. When Keisha Cole is paying for a guy that clearly is not on her level, it's celebrated. Girl, you got you a young man, right? Kim Kardashian, Pete Davidson, all you keep hearing about is, oh yeah, girl, I heard Pete Davidson is, you look at any blog, is how allegedly he's just so good in bed, right? Just totally canceling out the fact that he's 27 and has no life experience in comparisons to her, and she's much more financially well off than he is. Same thing with Erykah Badu and Mr. Jared Atkinson. Girl, congratulations, you got you a young man. Yeah, you're 50 and he's 23. But if a man does that, it's a big problem. All of a sudden, he's grooming her and all this other stuff. Here's the reality. It's a nice way of saying, hey, you ladies could not keep on to the men in your youth, and those guys have left you, and the only thing that you can deal with now is this. And for a lot of ladies, if they don't understand how to keep their man happy, how to work on those skills, how to be able to have something to offer a man, they're going to hit 50. And it's going to be you paying for the guy. And then, when you and your youth say, I will never pay for a man. I will never. There you are, tricking it off. Okay. And the option that you're going to make for opportunity cost is, well, if I can't have a rich man that will take care of me, I will at least have a young man who looks good I can spend money on. That's what you're seeing now. Now she's spending money on young black artists who's giving her a kiss, who's making her feel good about herself. She still wants to go back to her husband. But you know what? If a young man can make you feel like a young woman again, I guess you can go ahead and do it. Because you want to go out there and live your life and feel good about yourself. But we all know that it is a great indication that you just can't get the kind of guy that you want. So let me get a broke guy to make myself feel better. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment pin top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains an all-time high. I'm out.